In a world where the vastness of space holds more mysteries than we could ever imagine, what if the answers we seek aren't just out there among the stars, but right here, on Earth, in the unlikeliest of places? Imagine meeting someone from beyond the stars, someone who doesn't just change your life, but transforms your very understanding of love, connection, and sacrifice. This is the story of Jake and Lira, an ordinary man and an extraordinary alien. What happens when two worlds collide, and what kind of bond forms between them? Can love truly transcend the boundaries of space, time, and everything we thought we knew? What would you do if you found yourself in Jake's shoes, falling in love with someone from another world, facing impossible choices, and feeling the pull of something greater than you ever imagined? Is love stronger than the forces that try to tear us apart? And what happens when the one you love must leave forever? Stay with us as we unfold a tale that will make you question the very nature of love, sacrifice, and what it means to truly belong. Are you ready to feel your heart race and your mind soar? Let's begin this journey together. The answers may surprise you, and the questions, they might just haunt you forever. The silence of the night stretches across the vast emptiness of space, broken only by the soft hum of a distant star. The camera pans through the cosmos, capturing its infinite beauty, a shimmering sea of stars, nebulae glowing like distant lanterns, the void itself alive with the pulse of creation. A spaceship, sleek and glowing with a faint ethereal light, sails through the darkness. It cuts through the quiet like a comet, its trajectory perfectly guided. Lira stands at the helm, her delicate, luminous form bathed in the soft light of her control panel. Her skin glows faintly blue, as though it carries the radiance of distant galaxies within it. Her long, silver-white hair floats gently around her, as if gravity has no hold over it. The space around her feels both foreign and peaceful, as if she belongs here, yet something begins to feel off. The calm is shattered. The ship shudders violently, as though caught in a storm no human eyes could see. Sparks fly from the consoles, the walls tremble. Panic flickers in Lira's eyes as she tries to regain control, her fingers frantically pressing buttons, her breath quickening. Lira, no, this isn't supposed to happen. With a final burst of energy, the ship lurches forward, falling from the heavens like a comet racing to Earth. She tries to stabilize it, but the force of gravity pulls it down faster than she can react. The ship crashes into a dense forest, tearing through trees, scattering debris in its wake. The forest falls into an eerie silence. The stars above twinkle unperturbed, unaware of the disturbance below. Lira lies unconscious, her body sprawled on the cool forest floor, her skin flickering with a faint glow. Slowly, she stirs, her eyes fluttering open to reveal orbs of glowing blue light. The world around her is a blur of shadows, broken branches, and the twisted remnants of her ship. Lira's voice breaks the stillness, a whisper to herself, laced with confusion and fear. Lira, where am I? Her gaze drifts to the wreckage around her, eyes scanning the unfamiliar terrain. The smell of damp earth and pine fills the air, a strange, earthly scent that seems foreign to her. The glowing lights of her ship flicker weakly in the background, casting ghostly shadows over the trees. Her hands tremble as she tries to sit up, her body aching from the impact. She stands shakily, her feet barely finding solid ground. The forest is dense, the trees towering above her, casting long, jagged shadows under the light of the moon. The air feels thick, heavy, as though it carries the weight of secrets. In the distance, the faint sound of footsteps reaches her ears. She freezes, her heart racing. Her luminous eyes scan the horizon, locking onto a figure moving through the trees. It is a man, young, with a curious air about him. Jake. His eyes are searching the forest, his mind adrift with thoughts that have nothing to do with what is about to happen. The camera lingers on Lira's face, her expression a mixture of fear, confusion, and wonder. She watches him, as if drawn to him by some unspoken force. Jake walks through the forest, lost in thought, the weight of the day heavy on his shoulders. The moonlight filters through the trees, casting silver beams on the forest floor. The world is quiet, save for the occasional rustling of leaves. But then, a faint sound breaks the calm, a soft, almost ethereal sound, like a distant whisper in the wind. He stops in his tracks, his heart skipping a beat. Curiosity pulls him forward. He steps carefully, his feet brushing against the damp undergrowth. The air is cool, yet carries an unfamiliar sense of stillness. As he moves deeper into the forest, the sound grows louder, almost calling to him. And then he sees her. There, amidst the twisted branches, Lira stands. Her glowing blue skin seems to pulse with an otherworldly light, casting an eerie glow around her. Her silver-white hair shimmers, almost floating in the air. She seems both fragile and ethereal, as though she is not entirely of this world. Her large, luminous eyes lock onto his, and for a moment, time seems to stand still. Jake stumbles back, his heart racing. Fear grips him, but it is quickly replaced by an overwhelming sense of awe. This is not a dream. This is real. This is something other. Lira's voice is soft, like a breath of wind through the trees. Lira, I am not from here. My ship crashed. Her words hang in the air like a strange confession. Jake's mind races, trying to make sense of what he's seeing. His fear starts to melt away, replaced by something else, something he can't explain. He steps closer, his instincts telling him that she is not a threat. Jake, you're an alien. His voice is barely a whisper, as if the very sound of it might shatter the fragile moment. Lira nods, her expression gentle, almost sad. Lira, yes. I come from a faraway star. I mean no harm. Jake looks at her, his heart pounding in his chest. There is something about her, something deep and unexplainable that tugs at him. He can feel it, like a thread pulling them together, bridging the gap between Earth and the stars. Jake, don't worry, I'll help you. Her eyes soften, and for a brief moment, the weight of the universe seems to lift from her shoulders. This man, this stranger, has offered her something she thought lost: kindness, warmth, connection. As they stand in the moonlit forest, the world around them feels suspended in time, as if the trees themselves are holding their breath. The stars above twinkle silently, bearing witness to the beginning of something mysterious, something that transcends worlds. The moonlight filters gently through the window, casting silver beams across Jake's room. Lira sits by the window, her glowing skin reflecting the soft light. The air inside feels different now, warmer, as if the very space around them hums with an unseen energy. She looks at the night sky, her eyes filled with an unspoken longing. Jake watches her from across the room, his heart heavy with both wonder and fear. His room, which once felt ordinary, now feels like a sanctuary, a place where something truly extraordinary is unfolding. He feels a connection to her that is undeniable, pulling him closer to her with each passing moment. Lira turns her head toward him, her silver hair cascading like water, and for the first time since their meeting, she smiles. The smile is gentle, as if she knows something he doesn't, a secret shared only between the stars. Lira, in my world, love and connection are the most important forces. Here, it feels the same with you. Her words are soft, yet they carry a weight, as though they hold the truth of the universe within them. Jake feels something stir deep within him. There is no rational explanation for this connection, this bond that has formed so quickly, yet he feels it so strongly. His thoughts become scattered, his emotions raw, as if his entire life has led him to this moment. Jake, I don't know why, but I feel like I've known you for a lifetime. He stands up and walks over to where Lira is sitting, as if drawn by an invisible force. The space between them is charged with a mysterious energy, almost palpable. He reaches out, and she places her hand in his. The touch is warm, but there's something else, something electric, a pulse that seems to resonate between them. As they sit together, under the stars outside, they begin to speak of their lives, their worlds, their hopes, and their dreams. Lira tells Jake about the vastness of the universe, of planets with skies filled with colors Jake couldn't even imagine, of stars that whisper to each other across light years. She speaks of the harmony of her home, a place where love is not just an emotion but the foundation of everything. Jake listens, captivated. In return, he tells her about Earth, the simple beauty of nature, the laughter of children, the warmth of the sun. He speaks of his loneliness, the emptiness he feels despite living in a crowded world. For the first time, he feels understood, not just by a person, but by something beyond his comprehension. As they talk, the air around them shimmers, as though the very fabric of reality is bending, drawn to their connection. The moment feels suspended in time, as if the universe itself is holding its breath, watching. They sit in silence for a while, hand in hand. The stars above seem to grow brighter, and a soft, glowing light surrounds them, making everything feel otherworldly, magical. Jake can't explain it, but in this moment, everything feels perfect, like they were always meant to meet, always meant to be here, together. The air outside is thick with a sense of foreboding, the distant hum of helicopters echoing through the stillness. Jake stirs awake to the sounds of sirens growing louder, their shrill, insistent wail vibrating through the walls. His heart races, and in the pit of his stomach, he feels the weight of the impending storm. This is it. The nightmare he's been dreading is here. Lira, once the calm and serene presence in his life, is now standing by the window, her glowing eyes fixed on the horizon, where the night sky bleeds into the first light of dawn. But this light feels different. It feels like it's closing in, suffocating them. Lira, her voice quiet, yet filled with a terror Jake has never heard before. They're here, Jake. They found us. They won't stop until they have me. Her words hang in the air like an omen, chilling him to the bone. There's no more time for hiding. No more time for pretending that everything will be okay. Jake feels a tremor run through his body, but he refuses to let his fear show. Not now. He crosses the room in 3 swift steps, his hands gripping hers. But even as he holds her, the coldness in the air increases. The power of the world around them feels like it's shifting, becoming something darker, something more sinister. Jake, his voice cracking with urgency, we can't just run. We have nowhere to go. If we leave now, they'll catch us, we'll never outrun them. Outside, the helicopter's engines grow louder, their presence almost tangible, as if they are searching the very air for them. The walls feel thin now, the windows fragile, as if the very house itself could collapse under the pressure of what's coming. Jake's eyes scan the room, wild with thought. He knows there's no safe place. The government, the military, they're relentless. They have the power, the resources, and the sheer will to find her. His mind races, but the solution isn't coming. The sense of inevitability is suffocating. Lira, softly, almost as if speaking to herself, they have already sent forces, Jake. They'll burn the earth to find me. A cold shiver runs down Jake's spine. The words she's saying aren't just warnings, they're a reality. He can feel it in the air. The world outside is descending into chaos. The military's search for her is no longer a matter of protocol, it's a matter of obsession. They've discovered something that they can't comprehend, and they will destroy everything in their path to get their hands on it. Lira, sensing Jake's rising panic, her voice trembling, they won't stop, not until I am taken. You won't be safe anymore. They'll come for you too, Jake. It will never end. Jake's hands tighten around hers. The fear is real now. He can feel the tension rising in his chest, the weight of the situation pressing down on him. He can hear their footsteps, almost echoing through his mind, closer, closer with every passing second. Jake, his voice shaking with raw emotion, no. I won't let them take you. I won't lose you. Lira's luminous eyes search his face, and for the first time, Jake sees the raw vulnerability in her expression. She is not just an alien, she is a being, full of fear and love, who has come to trust him, to need him. But she knows, deep down, that they are out of time. Lira, Jake, you don't understand. My people will never allow me to stay. The consequences of my remaining here, of staying with you, are greater than you can imagine. The galaxy will collapse if I stay. Her words are almost too much for Jake to grasp. A part of him refuses to believe it. He doesn't want to accept the impossibility of their love. But the truth is there, hanging in the air like an insurmountable wall between them. Outside, the sound of engines grows louder, closer, vibrating the very foundation of the house. A flash of lights appears through the curtains, harsh and invasive. The final moment is here. Lira, whispering with a tenderness that stabs at Jake's heart, you must let me go, Jake. This is the only way to protect you, to protect us both. Her voice quivers, but there's no denying the conviction in her words. The decision is made. And yet, Jake cannot bear it. Every fiber of his being screams at him to run, to hide, to keep her safe. But he knows that this is bigger than both of them. A powerful silence falls between them. It is the calm before the storm, the weight of their last moments together pressing down on them. Outside, the helicopters have arrived. The sound of boots hitting the earth is unmistakable now, as if the world is closing in around them, locking them into this fateful moment. Lira's eyes close briefly as she takes a deep breath, her face a picture of sorrow and strength. She stands tall, despite the crushing gravity of the moment. Lira, her voice breaking, but firm, it's time. The world around them shifts again, and the door to their sanctuary opens, pulling them toward the inevitable. The storm is here. And this time, nothing will stop it. The night falls heavy and still, like a blanket of silence that drapes over the world. The air is thick with tension, and a chill runs through Jake's veins as he stands by the window. His gaze is fixed on the distant horizon, where the flickering lights of military vehicles grow ever closer. The familiar sounds of the town, the rustling of leaves, the distant hum of life feel far away now. Everything has shifted. Time is running out. Lira stands beside him, her luminous skin dimmer than usual, her posture tense. Her eyes, once full of curiosity and wonder, are now clouded with sorrow, as if she can already see the inevitable conclusion of their story. The quiet hum of her ship in the distance is a constant reminder that they have no more time. Her voice is a soft whisper, barely audible over the weight of the silence. "Lira, I must leave, Jake. It's the only way to keep you safe." Jake's breath catches in his throat. The words strike him like a blow, a truth he's known deep down but has refused to accept. His chest tightens, and a wave of emotion surges through him. He turns to her, his eyes pleading, filled with the kind of desperation he has never known before. "Jake," his voice trembling, "please don't go. I love you. I can't lose you." Lyra's gaze softens, and she steps toward him, her delicate fingers reaching up to touch his face. Her touch is cool, yet it brings an unexpected warmth, a comfort in the midst of the chaos. She traces the outline of his cheek, her eyes locked onto his, as if memorizing the features she has come to cherish. "Lira, I love you too, Jake. But my world needs me. And you have your world to protect. This can't last." Her words hang in the air, heavy with the weight of finality. Jake's heart breaks as he realizes that their love, this bond that feels eternal, is something born of two worlds that can never truly coexist. The stars are too far apart, and the forces that pull them together are too powerful to ignore. "Jake, please, don't leave me." Lyra's eyes glisten, but she does not shed tears. She places her hands on his chest, right over his heart, as if to imprint her presence there forever. She smiles gently, though the sadness in her eyes betrays the strength it takes to say the words. "Lira, you've shown me what love truly is, Jake. I will always carry you in my spirit, no matter where I go." The forest outside is quiet now, the world holding its breath. The wind stirs gently, causing the leaves to shimmer in the moonlight, casting long, mysterious shadows across the ground. The stars above twinkle as though they, too, are watching, silent witnesses to the end of this extraordinary chapter. Jake and Lira stand by the edge of the forest, the weight of their shared moments wrapped around them like a delicate cloak. The night air feels heavier now, as if the universe itself is waiting. The lights of the military are just over the ridge, and the sound of approaching helicopters can be heard faintly in the distance. The inevitable is closing in, and yet, for a fleeting moment, everything feels suspended in time. Jake's hand reaches out, and Lira places hers in his, their fingers intertwining as if to say one last, silent promise. "Jake, I'll never forget you. I'll always carry you in my heart." Lira smiles softly, her eyes reflecting the starlight as they gaze into each other's souls. Her touch is light but strong, and her voice carries the quiet strength of someone who knows their path, no matter how painful the journey. "Lira, and I'll always carry you in my spirit. You've taught me what love truly means." For a moment, there is nothing but the two of them, standing together beneath the endless sky, the universe around them quiet as if in reverence. Jake leans in, and their lips meet in a kiss filled with all the love, the longing, the pain of everything they've shared. It is soft, yet powerful, as if trying to hold on to the impossible. As they part, Lira pulls away, her eyes meeting his one last time. The ship is now descending slowly, its shape shimmering against the night sky, a soft glow surrounding it. It is her way home, the place she must return to. "Lira," whispering as she steps back, "goodbye, my love. Until the stars align again." With those final words, she turns toward the spaceship. The door opens, and the soft hum of the engine grows louder, pulling her back to the vast unknown. Jake watches, his heart heavy, his chest tight with emotion as she boards the ship, her figure silhouetted against the light of the stars. The door closes, sealing their fate. The ship hovers for a moment, suspended in the air, before it begins to rise. Slowly, it ascends into the night sky, disappearing among the stars, leaving Jake standing alone in the forest. As the ship vanishes into the darkness, Jake stands motionless, his hand still outstretched, as if to reach for her one last time. The forest around him is quiet, too quiet, as if the world itself is mourning her departure. The stars twinkle overhead, distant and cold, but Jake knows that somewhere, out there, she is watching, carrying a piece of him with her across the vast reaches of space. And for the first time, he truly understands the power of love, how it can bridge worlds, transcend time, and leave an imprint on the heart that no distance, no matter how far, can erase. The night is still. The sound of the forest is no longer just a distant rustling of leaves or the soft whisper of wind through the trees. It feels as if everything has fallen silent in the wake of the ship's departure. The world around Jake is suspended in time, holding its breath, as the last trace of Lira's presence fades into the infinite sky. Jake stands at the edge of the forest, his eyes fixed on the horizon where the spaceship once hovered. His body is still, rooted to the earth, yet his mind seems to float among the stars, following her, wherever she may go. The vast sky above is a deep, dark canvas, the stars scattered across it like scattered diamonds, distant and cold. The ship is nothing more than a speck of light now, a flickering memory against the boundless night. It vanishes slowly, swallowed by the darkness, becoming just one more flicker in the infinite sea of stars. The air feels different now, less heavy, yet more profound. It's as if the night itself is mourning the end of their journey, the end of their love, but also honoring it. The quiet hum of the world seems to echo softly, as if the universe itself is whispering back the love that Jake and Lira shared. Jake's breath is steady, his chest rising and falling with the weight of his emotions. His eyes, once clouded with sorrow and fear, now reflect a deep, quiet strength. His face, though tired, is at peace, as if the storm inside him has finally calmed. He has come to understand that the love they shared was not bound by time or distance. It was real, undeniable, and forever etched into the fabric of who he is. His gaze lifts to the heavens above, to the stars that seem to flicker in acknowledgement. The stars, ancient and unyielding, seem to hold secrets of their own, vast and eternal. They are witnesses to the love that transcended worlds. Jake feels a connection to them now, to Lira, as if they are all part of something greater, something timeless. His lips part, and in a voice barely above a whisper, he speaks into the infinite darkness, his words carrying the weight of his heart. Jake, whispering to the stars, "I love you, Lira." The words hang in the air, carried by the night wind, perhaps to be caught by the stars themselves, or perhaps to be carried across the cosmos to the far reaches of the universe. Jake closes his eyes for a brief moment, feeling the presence of her spirit within him, the warmth of her love still lingering like the fading glow of a star at the edge of the universe. As the last trace of the ship disappears beyond the horizon, Jake stands alone in the quiet of the forest. But he is no longer the same man who wandered here just days ago. He has been changed, transformed by the love he has shared with someone not of this world. And though she is gone, he knows that part of her, part of their love will always remain with him. In his heart. In his spirit. The stars twinkle above, their light eternal, and in the vastness of the night, Jake feels an unspoken promise: the love they shared will never fade, it will never die. It is written in the stars, carried on the winds, and whispered in the silence of the universe. As Jake stands in the quiet forest, watching the stars fade into the distance, one question lingers in the air: can love ever truly end, even when separated by galaxies? The story of Jake and Lira is more than just an encounter between two beings from different worlds. It's a reminder that love is not bound by time, space, or any force that tries to pull it apart. But their story isn't over. And perhaps, neither is ours. As the stars twinkle above, the memory of their love, their sacrifices, and the bond they shared continues to resonate in the heart of the universe. What happens next? Could there be more to this story than we can imagine? If this tale of love beyond the stars has touched your heart, leave your thoughts below. What would you do if you were faced with the impossible? Share your reflections, and don't forget this is just the beginning. More secrets, more mysteries, and more breathtaking tales await. Keep watching, because who knows, maybe the stars will have more to reveal.